Good morning. My name is Lori Parker, and I am the Joint Base Lewis-McChord Volunteer Programs Manager. Thank you for joining me today for the Ready to Volunteer session. Today I'm going to talk about how to volunteer on JBLM and answer any questions you might have. As we go along, please feel free to type any questions in the comment box, and I will provide the answers either live or email them when the session has finished. Volunteerism at JBLM is the heart and soul of our community. Our dedicated volunteers make a difference with our community every day. Because of our volunteers' commitment and service, our community is a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Are you ready to volunteer and make a difference? If you would like to volunteer on JBLM, using these tools will provide you with a complete volunteer service record and a very comprehensive volunteer resume. I would just like to highlight a few things that you need to know about the website. First, if you are using a Mac product, Safari browser is not compatible. Firefox is the most user-friendly browser. Google Chrome may be fine, depending on the firewall or security filters set on your computer. Second, if you're using a handheld device, please scroll to the bottom of the screen and engage the full site. This is important so the full page will load on your device. And third, volunteer opportunities listed in VMIS will only include the JBLM organizations and units. The system was designed to capture the military installation contributions, so there will be no off-post organizations listed in this system. However, if you would like to share your time, your skills, and passion with your local community outside of JBLM, please contact volunteer organizations within your community to inquire about opportunities. Regardless of where you volunteer, you should always maintain your volunteer hours. This is very important because everything you do as a volunteer builds skills, knowledge, and experience that can be included on job applications, resumes, college applications, and scholarships. Maintaining good volunteer records now will assist you in the future when you need or may need that information. If you are looking for current COVID-19 volunteer opportunities, please check out the volunteer Facebook note located on our DPFR Facebook page. We have a very important event coming up next week. Our National JBLM Volunteer Week is scheduled the 19th through the 25th of April. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, the events and activities that were scheduled had to be canceled. However, we love our volunteers and we still want to recognize our volunteers, so we are putting together a virtual volunteer recognition that will take place next week. We'll highlight a couple volunteers each day. We'll put together a slideshow with volunteers in action so that we can show our volunteers our appreciation. Our annual volunteer recognition ceremony has also been canceled. However, we will continue to work through the process of our Volunteer of the Year nominations. So we will announce our top volunteers of the year. We will recognize them in a small ceremony sometime in the future. JBLM has a variety of volunteer opportunities. Our website has over 450 volunteer organizations that potential volunteers can browse. We have a lot of soldier and family readiness groups. We have nonprofits. We have several schools on base. We have the American Red Cross, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. There are hundreds of places that you can truly make a difference by volunteering, giving us your time, your experience, your passion, your commitment. We have youth coaches that are needed for all of our youth sports, which is a very large program. So there are many, many opportunities for you to seek and to make a difference in our community and continue to make JBLM a great place to live. If you are looking for, maybe you live outside of JBLM and you are looking for opportunities within your community, please feel free to reach out to me. I have a large listing of off-post opportunities, potential organizations, places where you might be interested in volunteering around our JBLM community. I would be happy to share that with you. We have a very large retiree volunteer base. So even if you are retired, we can use you to volunteer on JBLM. We would love to have you come and volunteer in an organization that you might be interested in. Our volunteers are very passionate. They are retiree volunteers, are very dedicated. We have a lot of very long-term permanent volunteers. I like to highlight a few volunteers that are in their upper 80s and 90s that still travel every day to JBLM to give their time and their skills and their expertise in the organizations that they are volunteering in. So we have something available for everyone. We would love for you to come out. Please feel free to reach me, contact me either by phone or email. I would be happy to help you and assist you in finding an opportunity for you today.
Lori, we have a question. A lot of volunteers are hesitant to record hours in VMIS. Can you tell us why it's important to keep track?
Thank you for the question. Yes, it is a myth that if you record hours in VMIS, it's because you want an award or you want to be recognized. That is not true. Recording hours is very, very important, not only for our community, but also for you as a volunteer. So making sure that you record hours gives the organization the statistics and the credibility as to what is the impact that volunteers are making. How do you make an impact to JBLM? We can only gauge and measure that through your volunteer hours that you are recording. Additionally, for you as a volunteer, you can record your hours because maybe you're not working right now, maybe you're going back to work, maybe you're in between jobs, but you never know when you can use those hours to put on a resume, to put on a job application. We have volunteers that spend their life traveling around with their military service member, and everywhere they land, literally around the world, they look out for volunteer opportunities. So they're reaching out and they have 20 plus years of volunteer service. When their service member goes into retirement, they're going and building a credible resume, 90% sometimes of their volunteer service. And now they're going to work in the professional world based upon their volunteer service. So it is really important that you work in your VMIS account